Welcome back to another video on our YouTube channel. I'm Steve, and today I'm going to be showing you Ciro's Shock and Awe 2.0 LED light kit. We're going to be installing this kit on this 2014 Street Glide back here, all plug and play, simple, easy to do. It's just a little bit time consuming, but we're going to walk you through the entire thing. We're going to start with the Shock and Awe 2.0 starter kit. This is the LED lights, and you're going to download the app to your phone. It's available on Android and Apple. Once we get the starter kit installed, we'll do the fork mounted illuminators, which lights up your front wheel real nice, and then we have the saddlebag extension kit as well. This is just going to be all plug and play, run back to the saddlebags and light up the back of the bike. Just about everything that you're going to need to install this comes in this kit, guys. There's a plethora of stuff in here. So the only thing extra you're going to need is either a little rubbing alcohol or ammonia based cleaner like a Windex, and some towels. You're going to want to clean up the areas. These lights are stuck on with 3M tape, and you want to make sure those areas are clean and dry before you do it. We've got several of these extensions right here, and the heart of the whole system, the control box and the manual toggle right here. The control box will have a positive and negative inline fuse on the positive negative to the battery. Very, very simple install. Get that hooked up to the battery, run this over, figure out where you want to mount it. Plenty of wire here, lots of options with that, so we'll see what we're going to do with that. That little control box lets you manually go through a lot of the options, but with the app you're going to get a lot more features, so make sure that you download that app, guys. So like I've said in all of my Ciro videos, guys, once again, well written instructions, easy to read, easy to follow. Pictures, man, you can't mess that up. I'm going to get this bike ready to install this stuff. I want to make it a little bit easier on me. There's really no reason to go through taking all this stuff off, but what I am going to take off is the seat. I'm going to get my tour pack out of the way. I'm going to get the saddlebags off. They're loaded down with speakers and wires, and I just want all that stuff out of the way. When I get ready to do the front wheel, I'm going to see how it says to do it on here, but I may go ahead and pop my gas tank up and run my wires into the loom. Now off this control box we have 3 channels. We have a short one, a medium length one, and a long one. And aside from that, you're going to have your positive and negative. So this is what we're going to hook to the battery. You guys get into your battery, make sure you hook the positive to the positive side and negative to the negative side. Very simple. On most stock bikes there's not much hooked up to the battery, but it's very, very simple. Positive to positive, negative to negative. Hey, I just want to take a quick second to tell everybody thank you for subscribing to the channel and checking out our videos. Guys, the channel's growing like crazy and we appreciate the hell out of it.
Always free videos, all of the time.
We don't charge you for videos. We don't do Patreon. We don't ask for donations. None of that stuff. Maintenance, how-tos, product reviews, all that stuff is on our channel. If you haven't already, check out the whole channel. A plethora of bagger-related videos on there. You can also find Sick Baggers over on Instagram and on Facebook. If you check us out over on Facebook, you can get a hold of some bagger swag. So find SIK Baggers over on Facebook, ask to join, and we'll get you hooked up. Back to the video. Now that we had the box hooked up to the positive and the negative, guys, we can find the 3 leads that I was talking to you about earlier. We have the short, the medium, and the long. We're going to go with the short one because that's channel 1. Just going to grab a bundle of these lights that was in the pack, and I'm just going to plug one up. And on this controller box real quick, we can just hit the power button, and the one we plugged in lights up. So we know that we have power through the control box. So from here we just build the kit out on the table, and then we decide where we want to put everything. I laid everything out on the table and I followed this diagram to the T. So you just start with a splitter, 2 pods, 8-inch extensions, 2 pods, splitter, 2 pods, another pod up front, off an 8-inch extension, 8-inch, pod. So you just follow along and build that on the table. So basically this will just get plugged into the channel 1 on the control box, and you'll be able to control that through your mobile app on your phone. You can control the different channels. So what we'll do now is just take this over to the bike. We'll plug it in, make sure everything's working. We'll temporarily place these with some painter's tape, and then we'll go from there. So right here on the control box, guys, you have the short one, which is channel 1, the medium one is channel 2. So I'm going to take my medium one and I'm going to run my rear saddlebags and my front fender off of it. So I've got a few things hooked up here, guys. This is going to go to channel 2 on the control box, which is the medium length cord, and I've got it split with a splitter to go to the front to the fork illuminators, and then one to go to the back to the saddlebag illuminators. So we'll find the medium one coming out of the control box, and we'll go ahead and plug that in, make sure everything works, and then we still have a third channel, which I will be using in a future video, so stay tuned for that. So channel 1, the shortest one, controls everything on the motor. Channel 2 will control the back saddlebag extensions and the front fork illuminators. Make sure that you put dielectric grease that comes with the kit. You want to put a little bit on each one of these ends before you plug it in, and you'll be good to go. So I've already taken the time to do that. Now from here, guys, it's very simple. All you have to do is figure out where you want to put your pods. As far as all the LEDs that I got for this setup, the front wheel, there's only one way to do it. The motor, the layout they have in the diagram seems to be pretty well spot on, so I'm going to do it just like they did in the diagram. As far as the back saddlebag extension, if you get this, as you can see, it's a much longer strip. So basically you've got two options from here. You can stick this to the bottom of the saddlebag, or you can stick it to the bottom of the bag rail. Since I already have a ton of stuff to disconnect when I take my bag off, the speakers and the bag blades and all that stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and stick mine to the bottom of the bag rail. So what we're gonna do is just start in the back. We're gonna temporarily stick them. We're gonna work our way to the front until we get everything on, and then we'll go from there. So I've temporarily stuck everything and I like the way it looks, so that's where we're gonna put the lights. So remember, at the beginning of the video, you wanna clean these areas that you're gonna stick them. Alcohol or ammonia-based cleaner, and shop towels work great because they don't leave a lot of lint, but you can use whatever towel you want. When you get ready to stick them, big note here, 3M even recommends that you take your thumb or a flathead screwdriver or something and scratch this thing up. I use my thumbnail and I scratch the tar out of this with that red sticker on there, and that really activates that glue in there and make sure that you get a good stick. Once you get that, peel the red, put the light where you want it, and you're done. So once I got everything stuck, guys, I noticed I had a few little couple of inches here and there where I just didn't need that wire. It was just a little bit, the wires were a little too long. So I took the time to tuck and hide and zip tie and stuff like that. Everything that you need comes in that package. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you'll have plenty of zip ties. I still have a few left over there. So basically it's the same setup on both sides. We have the bag rail in the back, the one in here, the one on the tank, the one behind the horn, one under the tank, and then the one up here in the front. So as you can see on this side, guys, this is what it looks like. The one is behind the breather there instead of the horn on the other side, but it's the exact same layout on both sides. We're gonna move up to the fork illuminators. So as you can see, it's just a rounded metal bracket with the LEDs kind of clamped on both ends and stuck. It's not gonna go anywhere. Now the package comes with 4 new fender bolts and nuts and washers, and depending on what you have and what year you have is what you're going to use. This is the stock fender, but it's on a 21-inch wheel, so I have 1-inch risers on it. So I have a couple options. I could actually mount it on the riser holes, or I could mount it on the actual fender bolt holes. But with the 21-inch and a 1-inch riser to use a stock fender on the 14 up, the bolts that I have in there are already long enough. I have plenty of room in there to take the nuts off, mount the LED bracket, and put the nuts back on. However, if you don't have that set up, they do provide you with the extra long bolts and the washers and the nuts to make it work for your bike. What I'm going to do is start with the front bolt, and I'm going to take the nut off and get that on, and then do the back bolt. We just do one side at a time. So when you get ready to mount this, make sure the wire is in the back. If it's flipped around like this and the wire's in the front, you've got it on the wrong side. It can go on either side. We got the wire to the back. I'm going to sneak this through. I'm going to put my fender bolt through there and put this nut back on. I'm going to slide this up, put that on that back fender bolt. And there you have it. That side's installed, guys. We're going to do the exact same thing to the other side, and then we'll come back here and I'll show you how to tuck the wires. So the last thing we want to do, guys, is tie up this wire for the fork eliminators. We want to bring it over to the brake line, zip tie it off, and put it up in here. Take the excess and tie that off somewhere up in the fairing. Very important that you make sure you turn your handlebars to the right and to the left, and make sure nothing's pulling, make sure nothing's getting crimped or pinched. Get a flashlight, really get in there and look. Do that before you go for your first ride. You can end up having a hot mess on your hands if you don't. The only thing we have left is the controller. Pretty basic on the button, guys, but the app does a ton more, so make sure you get that app. But I'm gonna go ahead and rough up this 3M tape, and I'm gonna get in there and get this stuck up there behind that heat shield right where I want it, so I can easily reach in and control the bike just by pushing the button. So that's pretty easy, and that's the final step. That's going to be it on this install. Really impressed with the system. Super bright, and I can tell with that app I'm going to have a lot of fun with this at bike nights and just riding around town. It's pretty awesome. It's bright, really lights up the bike, lights up the road. All of the links for everything I used on this kit will be in the description down below. If you click that link, it'll take you directly to the website and to that specific part. So make sure you click the links down below to find all of these parts if you're interested in buying them. Check out the website though, because bruh, just a plethora of parts. That website is literally loaded with cool stuff for your bagger, so make sure you check them out. Ciro3d.com. Check out my other videos too. We've done quite a bit of stuff with Ciro3D. Like I said, I started watching this company a couple years ago, and they are growing like crazy. The LED lights are awesome. The chrome accent pieces that I added to this motor, man, they just complement the LED light kit. It just gives all of that light something to bounce off of. The bag blades in the back, those things are awesome. Compliments like crazy on those. People wanting to know where I got them. So check out the channel, guys. A ton of bagger related videos on there. Maintenance, how-tos, all kinds of good stuff. Guarantee you'll find something on our channel. Always free videos all the time. Tell your biker buddies about us, man. So we're here to help you guys save money, not take money out of your pocket. So check out the channel. Well, I'm gonna get out of here and get my butt back to work, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope it helped you in deciding if this is gonna be the kit for you. So until the next video, as always, be safe, keep your knees in the breeze.